Hello friends and enemies, welcome to the 30 and 30 vlog where I took everything off the tripod and realized I hadn't opened this. So now you get it on the other tripod, on the handheld. I hope you're doing well. I'm really excited. I am hopeful at my ability to keep all the things straight. I think I will. But yeah, so this is a 30 and 30 vlog. Today my reading plans are 5 volumes of Yona of the Dawn, or 3 at least. I need to read volumes 26 through 30 for the live show tomorrow night. But we'll see what I do. We'll see what I manage. It's fine. I can finish Yona tomorrow before the live easily. But yeah, I am excited. I have pulled a selection of books, which I'll show you in a moment. And I'm pumped to dive into my 30 volumes. My goal generally, like to be honest with you, my goal is going to be like 45 to 60 volumes this month. So we'll see what I manage. But yeah, let me show you what all I'm going to read, hopefully.
Thinking of drowning in those blue eyes. I'm losing sight 'cause I am falling.
Okay, I'm officially 5 volumes into 30 and 30. Millie is nesting. But I needed to update you because, yeah, I'm 5 volumes in. I read Yona of the Dawn, volumes 26 through 30 in the last 2 days. These are rereads for me. I want to say that I feel like these volumes are when we start picking up into a really much deeper story that is fan-fucking-tastic. Freaking love where it's going right now. Obviously I already know. I've read up to 36 or 7. And then I stopped. So like our read-alongs are wrapping up here. Like we're going to be caught up soon. In fact, I think we'll do, I don't know what we're going to do once we're caught up. Probably an episode a month after each volume comes out. But I just reread for tonight's live and fantastic, y'all. It is fan-frickin-tastic. I honestly am just so excited to see where this goes. I'm so excited to read it. And I'm just like, I'm ready. But these last 5 gut punches right here. So like 6-star all-time favorites. This is an all-time favorite series. So like, not surprising that any of these are 6 stars, but it's really exciting because this puts me more than on track for 60 and 30, which is like my stretch goal, right? 45 and 30 is the main goal. The stretch will be 60. And I think I'll manage it, but we'll see. But yeah, I just want to update you. I've read my first 5 and Yona was just spectacular, magnificent, delightfulness. I really, like I said, the plot in these 5 volumes really picks up the pace of the story. And I feel like we're like getting propelled through the story a lot faster now than we were. And I know in the next set we get some big reveals. So I'm really not excited per se, but like kind of excited to revisit them and see what I think when we get there. So I'll be back to talk to you in a bit. I have no idea what I'm going to read next. So who knows? You'll get some B-roll of me picking out some manga in a minute.
So deep down, and it's not a lie.
So I have not updated you all weekend and I've read a lot. We are 4 days in and I'm already at 10 volumes. What is happening? I don't know. We're not questioning it. We are rolling with this, okay? So first things first, I don't know if I talked about it yet, but I read volumes 7, 8, and 9 of Our Fake Marriage. I really like this series. It had a couple downfalls in this set of volumes for me. There was some third-party conflicts that I just don't adore. Like they broke up. We overcame that and started to get things sorted, which then I was good by like halfway through volume 8-ish. I'm liking this a lot. I do have the next 2 volumes that are available on hold at the library. Hopefully they come in before the end of 30 and 30, but I'm not sure. But so far this series is sitting at like a 3.5 for me. They're really fun and readable though, so that's nice during 30 and 30 because like you want kind of manga you don't want to put down and just like are busting through, right? And then for volume 9, not 10, I did finally read the Villainess and the Demon Knight volume 2. This surprised me immensely. This is one that I think if you have been looking for more plot in your steamship titles, it's a really good option for you because we find ourselves getting a lot more plot, but also a healthy dose of smut on the page. A whole lot of it in this volume, which was really fun to read and enjoyable. I felt like it mixed nicely between the two. Like we were actually getting a nice amount of the smut while also still getting a lot of plot development and character development and like progression towards what's happening in the story. We do have like a third party enter the story on this one, and we get to watch Cece, our heroine, like push him away and like make a stand kind of a little bit against him, and then we end on like a bit of a cliffhanger. This, 5 stars. I think this was a wonderful volume 2. I'm hopeful volume 3 continues at this pace and doesn't give me the thing that every other steamship title has given me in volume 3. So we got fingers crossed, y'all, that this delivers, but so far this is quickly becoming one of my favorites for the steamship titles. Okay, last but not least, volume 10 that I've read is Changes of Heart volume 2. So I read volume 2 last night and honestly was just too tired to update y'all. But volume 2 features the couple continuing to like get together. They go back to their high school reunion. This was adorable, first of all, like very, very cute. I continue to love the art and the story progression here, but it does do my least favorite thing, which is the entrance of any competitor / someone who wants to break the couple up. Shay's already read the whole series, so I asked her real quick. I was like, is this like a constant, or are we good? Like, is it a quick? And she said it was pretty quick. So I was like, cool beans, I'm good to go then. So I will probably read volumes 3 and 4 later today, but that puts me at 10 for the month already. My goal is to be basically at 30 by the middle of the month because of some things I have happening. If not 34, because that would put me ahead. So that whole weekend, if I didn't read any manga, no troubles. No troubles, no catch up. So we'll see. I know Shay and I are going to do some sprints this week, so I'm sure during those I will get even more ahead. But yeah, I am really, really liking Changes of Heart. I totally get the appeal of it. I understand why it's popular. It kind of blew up for me on Twitter is where I started seeing it a bunch. And then I decided to pick it up, and I'm just so happy I did, and I'm so happy that I have a library that has it. So if you have access to the New York Public Library, they do have this series. They actually have quite a few of the Kodansha digital only series, so that's really freaking nice. But yeah, I am loving this, and I cannot wait to continue it later today. I'm possibly marathoning the whole series today. We'll see. I'll get as far as I get, but I'll be back to update you about that in a little bit. Okay, let's talk about volumes 10 through 17 that I've read for 30 and 30. I just finished reading through Changes of Heart, volumes 2. Is it 2 or 3? Hold on. Sorry. Too many graphics. So volumes 2 through 9 of the series. So yeah, these are like volumes 13 through 17 for me. I really liked the series. I think the series is like a 4.5 for me overall. There's some stuff that happens in the last volumes that I'm not a huge fan of. But overall, I liked how it concluded. I really liked our bonus volume 9 where we follow a different couple that we had met in the book. And I really enjoyed that, like a lot. I really enjoyed that. I thought it was really fun to get that perspective, especially somebody who like struggled with sex. I thought that was really interesting to read. But overall, Changes of Heart follows our main couple who are both in the game industry and working on their prospective jobs. We follow their like childhood friendship to lovers path, and it's precious. They're sweet beans. I loved them. We do have a weird / silly breakup moment, and then we move past that and they get back together, of course, at the end. So just kind of go and knowing that ahead of time. This is a series I wouldn't say to spend $10 a volume on by any means. I do not think it is worth the price being charged digitally for it right now. If it was physical, I would be like, yeah, absolutely pick it up. But the art overall I thought was really, really good in the series. The storytelling was really good. I think it did a really wonderful job communicating the story through everything combined. I think it was a different story in a lot of ways. It felt different than other ones. It is very spicy. Every volume has sex in it pretty much, so that's nice and fun. I did enjoy that because often I feel like sometimes you read these in like maybe 2 volumes, you know, like, and it's like, oh, it's this super sexy, and it's not that sexy. But this is just like really sweet and cute of a romance overall. So if you're looking for that, I think Changes of Heart is a great option. It definitely is one that you're going to see a lot, I think, here. And I wouldn't be surprised if Kodansha releases physicals of it sooner than later, because it has been pretty popular in the States from what I can tell. So I'm really curious to see how that goes and like if we get physicals. But for me, I think it's a 4.5. I thought it was going to be like a Sweat and Soap series for me, because like for me, Sweat and Soap, Wotakoi, and then I guess Changes of Heart now would be third, but I thought it might be second. I thought it might overtake Wotakoi because I think it ended better than Wotakoi, but I had too many issues with the breakup situation. But yeah, this was really cute. I would love to know if anybody else has read this and like loved it. I know Shay has, but I was really surprised. And one of the libraries I have had all of the volumes, so it was pretty nice to be able to read through it and know like, yeah, if this gets physicals, I'm gonna buy it. So that's my newest update for you on 30 and 30. I am on track for double volumes. I am at 17 today and it's the 8th. So tomorrow I will read at least 1 or 2 more. And I'm hoping this week to honestly get in quite a few because I'd like to be ahead by the time the weekend rolls around, because I don't know how much manga I'll be reading over the weekend because I just got stuff going on, but we'll see. So I read 4 volumes of manga last night and it's time to update you. So volumes 18 and 19 were Kakuriyo. Oh my god, I swear to God. Bed and Breakfast for Spirits, volume 6 and 7. I really liked these. I'm continuing to deeply enjoy this series. Yeah, I have no complaints. I'm happy to be reading it for my library. It was a good time. Like, I had fun. I felt like we got some fun plot development. We meet another person who came through and is human slash what? I don't, questionable. Anyways, they came through, portal or whatever, and they're like living there and married to the king. So that was really cute. The food was delightful. The bread scene in these volumes, in volume 7, was adorable. Yeah, overall good time. We had some fun plot. Kidnapping stuff happened, and then we went from there. So yeah, I really enjoyed both these volumes. I'm giving them 4 stars. I'm thrilled. 21 and 22, I read Boss Bride Days, volumes 7 and 8. So I'm caught up on Boss Bride Days now. And I really, really loved these. I think these were really fun and enjoyable. I found the stories, continuation and plotting in this really fun and a great continuation. If you haven't picked up Boss Bride Days or you're hesitant because it's digital only, the best way I can sell you on this series is it feels like the best mashup of like a Yakuza book, but also like a nerd isekai book where like they get transported to another world, except for they're not in another world. They're just in the real world and they save a Yakuza like family head who's like a grandpa, and he's like, pick which one of my grandsons you want to date. And it's all of them like romancing her, kind of hesitantly romancing her. And it's been really, really funny and really, really cute. So I highly recommend it if you haven't checked it out yet, because I really think it is a fun time. But that's where I'm at right now. I'm hoping to read a couple more volumes today. So I should be back a little bit later today, maybe in this, maybe in another outfit, who knows, to talk to you about those. Okay, so volume 22 is Catch These Hands, volume 4, which I liked. I think this was a decent conclusion to the series. Not my favorite conclusion I've read of a series, but not the worst. I just struggled with it a little bit, but I'm really glad I read it and I'm happy to be done. It's still like a 4-star. It's still one of my favorite sapphics. Donuts Under a Crescent Moon, it's probably my favorite recent one still, but this was definitely a solid choice. Okay, I have to update you because I read another volume last night and did not bring it upstairs. So I read Skip Loafer volume 7. Fantastic continuation. I'm so happy I read this already. So happy I enjoyed it. This puts me at volume 23. Yeah, I really liked Skip Loafer 7. That last panel screams. If you've read it, you know. I don't want to say anything because I don't want to spoil it, but if you read it, you know. And I just like, it has seriously continued to be one of my all-time favorites. So I just cannot wait to read more of it, to have more of it in my hands, just all the things. But I'm going to go pick up my other favorite, which is Ima Koi 7. 7? Yeah, 7 from the store today, because I need a treat. I've had a day. So that's what we're going to do. I'll talk to y'all soon. Let's talk about volumes 24 and 25 of my 30 and 30 reads. So volume 24 is Ima Koi, volume 7. And honestly, I'm thrilled. This was a wonderful continuation of the series, of the new love story we've transitioned to. And I'm not upset in any way about the transition or the switch that we've made. I think it was great. I'm going to put the cover up here because I think I set it downstairs in a different bag, but we're not running downstairs to get a manga volume. But yeah, I really liked volume 7. I gave it 5 stars. I think I'm sold on the transition to a different couple already, and I just love this book. It's just so cute. They're so fun. There's a little bit of rivalry in this volume, and that was a fun time, and it was handled really cute. But yeah, I really loved it. And then for volume 25, I read Ladies on Top volume 4, which I enjoyed. I am giving this a 4. I was worried, I was nervous after 3, but I actually really, really liked it. I think they handled it really well. The conflict love interest situation. And I feel like there's a potential for like this to be more than 2 people, maybe. I doubt it, but maybe. But yeah, I really liked this. I think this was fun. They're on a work trip, and there's just kind of more development between our main couple's relationship on this volume, and it worked really, really well for me overall. So I'm a happy girl. I'm also not a super picky girl with this one. I'm like enjoying it a lot more than I expected to, because I was very nervous about volume 4. So I'm happy I read it, and I can't wait. I've got 2 volumes pulled for today, hopefully, that I will read, but we'll see what happens. So that's my update. I will note it's the 17th, so I'm not on track still for 60 and 30, but I might get caught up this week. We'll see what happens. I did a bad job. I did a real bad job, and I've forgotten to update you for a while. So I'm going to update you on volumes 26 through 42 that I have read. The good news is one of these sets is like 12 volumes of a series, so there's that. But anyways, okay, volume 26 was The Knight Captain is the New Princess to Be, which I did not like. I give this 3 stars, and I am so sad about it, first of all. Like, I really wanted to like this book. I really wanted to like this series. This had a lot of potential for me. And honestly, at the end of the day, the story was pretty meh. The art was beautiful. Great art. But the story was pretty flat for me. It didn't really deliver what I was looking for, and it didn't, like, do anything new or special to make it stand out to me compared to other books I'm reading in a similar fashion. So yeah, this is just a meh for me. 3 stars. I am not continuing that series. In fact, I'm going to sell this volume. Next, I read for volumes 27 through 29, Abe-Kun's Got Me Now, volumes 9 through 11. So I'm officially caught up digitally with Abe-Kun. And they're like my favorite married couple, similar to Ima Koi. Like, I love shoujos about couples who are basically married, and it's ridiculous because they're teenagers, but like that's how they act. They act like old married couples, and it's really cute to me. So this one, just a great continuation. Really cute romance has continued, and I just love the 2 of them. Like, they're just very, very cute. We have like a school trip together and all these things happening, and lots of discussions just about the future and things like that, which precious little beans. All of these were like 4-star reads for me. Then I read for volume 30, Matcha Made in Heaven, volume 6. So I'm officially caught up on this series as well. And this is very much becoming one of my favorite joseis. And I'm sad. I don't know when we're getting 7. I haven't looked. But like, I got caught up and I was like, oh no, I don't have any more to read. And this series, I just love how it follows a girl who's helping her family run their tea farm. And he is also trying to help run the tea farm and take care of her brother's daughter and all these things. Like, it's very cute. It's very like romantic, but also just very like, we're pretending to be married and also falling for each other, which like weakness for me. So I loved this volume, 5 stars. I cannot wait for volume 7. And then volumes 31 through 42, which is the last things I've read so far for 30 and 30. We are like 3 days out from it ending, 2 days out. Yeah. We'll see what I read tonight. I don't know yet. But I read volumes 1 through 12 of Defying Kurosaki-Kun. I don't know if it was somebody here in the comments or in Shay's Discord that recommended this one, but I basically flew through 12 volumes. I read all 8 that are in KU, Comixology Unlimited, and then one of my library cards has them. So I just kept going. And honestly, if I hadn't stopped myself, I think I would have finished the series already, and I might. My goal was to like finish these giant stacks of manga I pulled out, and I've just read everything else but what I pulled out. So there's that. There's always October and November and December to get through my TBRs. We'll see. I'm obviously very bad at manga TBRs because I just kind of go with the flow and what I'm feeling. But I also really enjoyed this shoujo. This is another high school set shoujo. She is crushing on one boy and ends up crushing on the like kind of more quiet boy, like the bad boy almost of the 2 of them. They're friends. There's this dynamic in which like there's a pull and tug between the 2 boys and her, and they all live in the same boarding house. It's got all my catnip. It's kind of like giving me a little bit more intense of shortcake cake vibes. That would be what I would equate this to. It's just a little bit more intensive vibes than shortcake cake, and I don't feel like there's actually that much competition between the 2 boys because she really likes Kurosaki-kun, and they just kind of have this like near bully dynamic, but not quite a bully dynamic. So it's working spectacular for me. It's one that I think if you've been interested in and you have checked it out and you have Comixology Unlimited or KU, I would pick it up because it was just a fun time. Like, I had a solid time reading it. So, no complaints here. Truly, I was like, this is so fun. I was like, why is this so fun? And I feel like it was that thing where I was just like, if I had downloaded all of them, I would have just kept going. Like, I would have looked up and it would have been 6 a.m. and I would have read 19 plus volumes of it. They're very quick. I gave pretty much all of them 4 stars. I think there are a couple volumes that I gave like 3.5 to because they just weren't as good. But for the most part, I would say all 12 volumes so far of this story have been fantastic. And I'm really curious to see where it's going. Because by volume 12, they're like dating secretly. And that's been interesting because there's some jealousy and other things happening too. So we'll see. Okay, I'm back. I'm here to close out this vlog. So yeah, that was my 30 and 30 reads. I'm not mad. Like, I'm not mad about it. I read like 42 volumes of manga. That was really good. I've already got like some stuff pulled out to read this month. And you know, I did read a lot digitally, which is not my norm, but with all the travel and other things I had going on this month, digital was nice at the very least to read because it did give me like a little bit of that feeling of reading my manga, but also not toting manga around with me. I would love to know how your 30 and 30 went in the comments. Let me know your favorite thing you read. I really don't know mine right now. I am excited though. I will be finishing Defying Kurosaki-Kun in October probably because I just kind of need to know how that ends. So that's easily going to be 7 volumes for me this month. But yeah, let me know how your 30 and 30 went. What did you read all? What did you love? What did you hate? Anything you recommend? And if you don't want to do that, you can leave me a book stack emoji because I feel like this is another one where it's so many books. But overall, I'm just really excited for the next round of 30 and 30. I feel like I'm on track and can manage 60 and 30 next time because I keep getting close. And I just need to like front load my reading as much as possible next month too. So, or the next round. So that's what we're going to do. But yeah, that was it. I hope y'all had fun. I'll have links to all the manga I read down below for you, as well as links to my friend anywhere on the internet that I am. And I will talk to y'all in a few days. Bye.
I can't hide what this is. Yeah, I keep drowning in those blue eyes, and you can tell me all of your lies. I will put out